Welcome, YouTubers. I'm doing this in a very unorthodox way. I'm broadcasting from TikTok Live and recording these videos for YouTube. So if there tends to be a little bit of a white noise where I tend to go quiet, forgive me. But there's a couple of things that we talk about that might spark some of your interest. Like this morning, we're speaking about masturbation. you know and now if you're new to this platform, don't mind the looks. Don't listen to who's saying what. Listen to what I'm saying. And the nice part about this is you don't necessarily have to believe nothing that I'm talking about. I've been on a rampage lately on some self-appointed campaign of proving that God is a woman and she's black. So this is a comment that has ruffled a lot of feathers, you know, and I'm steadfast in continuing with it because we're going through a period of healing, and we're not going to be able to heal ourselves if we're still holding on to the old way of doing things. We somehow have to go to the Eastern way of doing things. What's the Eastern way of doing things? When you heal a person, it is best to heal them on an inside than on an outside. So this is what they call the holistic healing. Unfortunately, us on a Western civilization, we focus on the outside things. That's why we tend to be held hostage by social media. Because basically that's what Instagram does. It gives you a lot of filters to make you look good, but really you don't feel good. you know. So we speak about such things there. I think also we are at the civilization whereby we need to let go of our dogmas. Dogmas in a sense of thinking that your religion is better than the other person's religion. That is nothing but like cocomelon. That's how small it is. That's how small proving how superior your religion is. Because I think by now we would have been well acquainted to the fact that all religions are nothing but the same things. We are all pawns on a chessboard. At the end of the game, we all go in one package. you know. Hey, Timos! So I'm recording this here on TikTok Live. I'm going to be putting it on YouTube. I'm that guy who doesn't sell any form of religion, and I'm begging you not to follow me like in my life. Follow me on TikTok, yeah, for sure. The reason why I'm saying that is this is a period whereby we need to be following ourselves. If you need somebody to worship, worship your heart. But I'm not saying that you should leave your church, because I know, church is nice. You get to wear your new clothes. For the guys, you get to see the ladies, and your church has aircon, or even if it doesn't have, But yeah, let me not digress. So I'm recording up this video, sending up to YouTube. If you love what we're talking about, you can contribute to the channel in any other form that you want to do it, really. If you want to give me money, you can give me money. If you want to give me likes, you can give me likes. If you want to book a session with me, you can do that. I provide sessions now. What do we talk about in the session? Balancing the energies, because that's what we need to do, Can somebody please tell me if I'm audible? If I'm audible. Tina Masango. If you're new here, don't mind me. I sometimes don't finish some of the concepts because this is the period whereby Oh yeah, yeah, there we go then. So I normally record these small videos and I put them on YouTube. I'm on some mission of trying to get viewers, you know. You know how these things work. Like today I'm talking about the issue of masturbation. I know that a lot of people don't like speaking about masturbation, but I'm going to try to break it down in two ways. Masturbation from the physical form and masturbation in a spiritual form, if there's such a thing, right? So you can just have to, you're going to have to just to hold on a little while I'm building up my case. In case you're not aware of what we're talking about, I would compel you to go to my previous videos. These previous videos, I speak about a lot of things. I mean, like last night, I was addressing the question of who's God really? And sometimes when I speak from that pretense that you've been following the whole information that we've been sharing. Because if you are too much of a staunch Christian, some of what I'm going to say, it's going to make you want to call me blasphemous, because we still have this idea of thinking that God is outside of ourselves. You know, we have this conception, I don't know where it came from. We got this concept of thinking that there's somebody waiting for you when you die in hell, holding a red fork. They call him, they call him Satan, you know. We got these ideas, and we don't understand that these ideas were inspired by the earlier religions, you know. Get yourself this book here. I shared it last night. It will shock you, but it will also this is a book, you can find it in CNA. Let me not spoil it. Go read it yourself and get me out of your business. So if you're new, you can follow the brother. If you love the channel and you want to give me money, I won't say no to that, you know. And at least I'm telling you straight. I'm not like, you know, the pastors. I'm telling you straight, I'm not sending your money to God. If you send me your money, I'm going to eat it. You know? The name of the book is Religions. The Religions book. Go check out my YouTube video. It was 2 hours, 30 minutes where I spoke about it. My YouTube video is the same as my TikTok name. If you want a link, send me a WhatsApp, then I can send you the link. My number is right here on TikTok. That same number, you can also use it to send your tithe. You know? So let me not digress. Let's get back to what we're talking about today. Today I'm reading from this book here. Dr. Ruth's Encyclopedia of Sex. Dr. Ruth's Encyclopedia of Sex. You got that right. So don't forget to send the likes, even though I'm recording it for YouTube. You know, I want to eat on YouTube and I want to eat on TikTok. Dr. Ruth, Encyclopedia of Sex. So I'm reading now here from page 174. The topic is masturbation. Now, I know that you do it. You know, let's get that out of the way. Let's get that out of the way. Let's get that out of the way. I want to get you guys the date of publication here. I know that you masturbate, so it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. 1994. This book was released 1994. It's Encyclopedia of Sex by Dr. Ruth. I'm reading now from page 174, Masturbation. I tell you why I'm saying that. It's fine. Let's get over the fact that you do it. I'll give you the research now. This is not coming from me. And I'll also try to tell you what does too much libido mean spiritually. It's not my words, right? So, masturbation, the drive to experience sexual pleasure, is a very powerful one. everybody, it's somehow charged when it comes to sex, right? Everybody wants pleasure. Nearly everyone stimulates their sexual organs from time to time. You do play with yourself from time to time. It's just that you don't want to believe it. Or you don't want to agree with it. Mainly it has something to do with your church, Church has continually told us that sex is sin, and now it's written in our DNA. Even me now speaking about masturbation, I know a lot of people are probably going to be like, "Ooh, brother, you shouldn't have." So I'm doing this for the YouTube, by the way. If you want to catch the yesterday's video, go to my YouTube. We speak about these complex topics but make fun of them. Nikos Kigobi. I'm reading from this book here, Dr. Ruth's Encyclopedia of Sex. A natural expression of human sexuality. Masturbation may begin in childhood and continue to old age. Or you may not be masturbating. The pendulum can go either way. I know a lot of people that don't, but I know a lot of people that do. So you're not alone if you like playing with yourself. I'm reading from this book here. It's not a sin. There's a scientific backing behind that. But I'm not saying that you should be doing it now. I'm not saying that you should be doing it even in public. You'd be like, yeah, man. But let's go. It is popularly believed that masturbation is mainly a teenage phenomenon. But while raging teenage hormones may lead to an increase in masturbation, it occurs at all ages, among married and unmarried people, and among the elderly. So, masturbation is not only children's issues or teenage issues, but we know that you do it too. Let's go ahead. Social and medical attitudes towards masturbation have changed considerably over the last 50 years. They have departed from the very negative view of it as a self-abuse with potentially dire physical or psychological consequences for individuals. What this means is the way how the society now starts viewing masturbation, it's no longer as shameful as it used to be before. And there are scientifical advances that has been made, or research that has been found that masturbation is not only good for you, but it's good for energy expression. Now, I have to stop here. Just now, it sounds like I'm selling something which is which is not right. Here's what it is. For the people that have been on a spiritual journey of some sort, you might know of the concept that is called Tantra. Tantra, it's a principle that says that you have two opposing forces in you. Even you right now, sitting there, you are an individual. You are an indivisible duality, individual. So you are two in one. You got female and you got male inside of you. The female is represented by your right hand brain. The male is represented by your left hand brain. So you are two in one. Even sexually, you are like that. It's just that you have a tool that looks like it's one. But you will know when you study genetic, so you can have sex with yourself. You will know that when you study this, when you study the genes, there's this thing that they call the mitochondrial DNA. By the way, welcome everybody that is here. If you're new, follow the brother. I'm recording this video for the YouTube. I normally go on 6 o'clock in the evening. I do 2 hours, 30 minutes, 6 o'clock in the morning. It's just like 45 minutes, an hour video, so that I can put it on YouTube. This morning we're speaking about masturbation. Yanking yourself. You know? And let's get beyond the fact of saying that you don't do it. We know that you do it. Yeah. We're taking it from this book. So we now on a third chapter. Not third chapter, man. Third paragraph. So this is what I was saying. You can follow the brother. You can send your likes. You can send your giftings. I see that somebody sent their giftings. Thank you very much. You study sociology. There's a book in the making of gender. Hey. What's the name of that book, Seda? I like research, you know. Please write it down. So, or maybe let me just do this. Take a screen grab about the making of gender inequality. Compliments. Hey, Njela, Shopusut, you new here. Oh, here's another way. If maybe perhaps you feel like you just love what I'm talking about and you want to give me money, you get my numbers right there on right here on TikTok. And if you hate me, you can send the likes. If you love me, send the likes. If you got no idea what we're talking about, send the likes nonetheless. So I'm also having classes starting next week, Monday. It's 50 Rand a pop. 50 Rand a pop is like 50 Rand an hour. In there, we're speaking about energy at work. We have like 15, 16 participants already. We're going to be doing it on a WhatsApp platform, video form. I'm separating these platforms because in there we're talking to people that have went beyond the fact of heaven and hell outside of them. The people that are going in that group, I have to issue a disclaimer. The issue of you thinking that you're going to have to go to heaven and only when you die, it's not in that group. You know? That group, it's for more like for people that are taking the healing to the next journey. Your law of attractions. In that group, we don't care whether you are a Muslim, you are a Hindu, you are a prostitute, whatever that you are. Because at the end of the day, we have to transcend this thing of thinking that we separate. So you want to sign up? Send me a WhatsApp. Along with your 50 rands. The myths. Let's go. So science is no longer calling masturbation self-abuse. Let's hear what they say about it. Sex educators and therapists now agree that masturbation is normal to the sexual development of the young. It is useful as an aid to sexual interaction between the two loving persons. And it is a means of relieving sexual tension when one lacks a partner. We're speaking masturbation this morning. If you've been doing it and hiding, you know, don't feel guilty anymore. We're speaking science, right? But here's a sidebar a little bit on why lately a lot of people have been having fucked up sexual arousals. When you go to Hinduism mythology, there's this thing that they call the Kundalini. Airtime as usual. You like making fun of me. I'm not sure if I'm still on. I think I am though. Is it on? Yabona here, today's topic. You like it? Yeah, I was wondering, I was sitting thinking, because I'm on this now of doing videos every day, right? And I was thinking, what should I talk about? Or in the morning, I do like these small videos. Late at night, we speak about extensive topics. Like tonight, we're still talking about God as a woman and she's black, blue, or green. I think the network. Yeah, it's the network, Mamocho. I normally tell people here, "Han le rekela airtime. Le rekele e ngatanyana," so that I can be able to buy bigger data. This is me now sending a plea and a request. But this is how alternatively you can do it. You can sign up to a class. We're starting on Monday. I'm gonna do 20 classes. This is gonna be like 20 hours. I'm gonna do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's 50 Rand a pop. We're gonna be doing video in WhatsApp, that. But there, it's a bit of a different topics that we're gonna be dealing with. One of them, I know people are very fascinated about spiritual attacks. We're gonna go very deep in them, But until we speak about that, try salt. We'll talk about it on Monday. Try the salt. Try the salt. You'll thank yourself later. Let's speak about masturbation, right? The myths of the recent past about harmful of masturbation seem to have rooted in a medical pronouncement about its ill effect and religious beliefs as it being immoral. I spoke about morale yesterday. Go get the video where I speak about morale, that if you're on a spiritual journey and you are too much moral, you're going to suffer from spiritual constipation. Your ass is not going to go anywhere because you're going to be stuck in what's right and what's wrong. This is the land of duality. You'll be bouncing on and off, boom, boom. And you just don't have an idea. So 40 of us in here, surely not everybody has followed the brother. Follow me, please. I'm not praying for anybody. I'm not selling any form of religion. It's not one of those. This is just me reminding you that you're the shit, man. You're the bomb. You're what you've been looking for. With all your addictions. Are you addicted to porn? Are you addicted to masturbation? We're reading about masturbation today. So, whatever that you're addicted on, you're not alone. So let's go. It was believed that excessive masturbation could cause blindness and insanity. That women will grow facial hair and that men will grow hair on their palms of their hands because of it. These myths were reinforced by the common belief that each man has a finite amount of semen. If he lost too much of it from masturbation, he risked physical deterioration. Absurd as these myths are, many of them were taught in physical education courses as late as 1940s. So a lot of people that have been telling us about masturbation, they only took these myths literally from the 1940s. And you know what else happened in the 1940s? This is when religion was taking a strong hold. What's a stronghold? Religion was spreading messages like sex before marriage is bad. You as a Christian, they told you that you should not have sex before marriage, but you did it. And you're like, what's happening? There are some of the things that are happening in you naturally or scientifically or biologically that your lack of understanding will cause you unnecessary guilt. The only thing about sexual desire, particularly if you're on a spiritual journey, sex has something to do with Kundalini energy. The Kundalini energy is this vital life force that supposedly opens up your third eye. But before it does that, it has to pierce through energy centers. And those energy centers, they call them chakras. And now each and every single chakra is connected to a certain gland or a body. Like your root chakra is connected to your gonads. These are your sexual organs. Let's move on. Persons who based their attitude on religious belief always cited the biblical story of Onan and his skillful spinning of seed. I still do it to this day instead of when you tell. Hey man. Hey my rocks. Hey. I know that I opened up the platform, but you know, hey, don't be doing that. But I like it when people are free, but you can share up your experience. By the way, join me 6 o'clock this evening. I'm speaking about the question of religions and stuff. So they quoted the story of Onan and his sinful spilling of a seed. You find this in the book of Genesis. Genesis chapter 38, verse 8 to 9. This is what it says. Hence the term onanism, meaning masturbation. So the issue of masturbation was taken from onanism. When you go to the book of Genesis, the Bible, 38, there's a story whereby there's this guy who was sleeping with his brother's widow. So before he came, he pulled out and he spilled the seed. Get the point? This is where now the Bible also emphasizes the story of my children, don't squander the seed. The reason being, excessive sex or promiscuity, it tends to be detrimental towards your healing journey or your spiritual journey. This is where you get concepts like semen retention. Have you heard something of that kind? Where you go celibate. Sometimes some people go celibate, where they say, I'm not going to be touching it anymore, I'm putting it out of use. So what happens when you don't engage in sexual activity, especially too much? There's a form of regeneration that happens in you. What you were supposed to be taking out somehow gets ingested. And once you ingest it to a certain amount of time, it crystallizes and it forms something that looks like crystals. This is where they call, if you don't have sex, they say that because this is a big fundamental scientific concept. Hope you guys get it. You got it, right? Who got it? 22. Hey, Delison Supelele. Tumlatesh. Who got what I just spoke about just now? Just now we'll be like going on and it'll be like, oh bro, I don't know what you just said, but it just sounded right, man. A very good morning. Hey, Harmony. So nobody wants to give me any gifts. Nothing. Not even send. Is that my worth now, you know? Speaking of the issue of worth, if you've been on this journey of spirituality or healing or religion or new age or consciousness or being woke, I don't know what you call it. There comes a time where the universe secludes you, whereby nothing makes sense. People look at you as if like you smell, you know, they treat you as if like you are a rebel. This is according to Greek mythology, they call it the process of consecration. You cannot be able to ascend or grow while you're still in the midst of your old self. You might lose your job, you might get sick, you might even die. You know, and you be like, oh, I'm dead, my problems are too much, I'm dead. So a lot of people are going through their dead period, right? But there's going to come a time whereby that period as well is going to wind down because everything is seasonal. So when that period winds down, what the universe is going to do is going to take you and reintegrate you back. It looks something like, when you watch Transformers, you're going to become like Metatron, Optimus Prime. So it's like you're starting to walk now because the universe spun you out and you felt like you are useless. There's no use for you. You're like, man, I don't even have data. I don't even have a house to stay. I don't even have clothes, let alone I actually even forgot my PIN number. That's how broke you can get. Have you ever gotten that broke and you're like, I don't even know where my card is? This does not only happen financially though, it happens relationship-wise. It happens, you feel like you're in a desert. So when the Spirit does that to you, or when God or your angels, or whatever that you believe in, some people believe in crystals, some people believe in candles, some people believe in God. So, really, whatever that you believe in, bruh, let's go. That's why the retreat, or the class that I'm starting on Monday, we have people from all walks of life. We got witches in there, we got tarot card readers, we got preachers, we got bishops, we got scientists. We a bunch of people who want to get the truth. Amen. To hell with arguments. If you think that flying with a broom can make you meet God, who am I to disagree? If you believe in Jesus, don't make these chakra fuckers fool you. Continue going to your church. Because religions, meditations, candles, crystals, books, magic, sorcery, boloi, whatever that you use, they are nothing but tools to manipulate the energy. Law of attraction is part of it anyway. So if you there sitting there, you are a Christian, and you're saying law of attraction is not part of magic, what is magic? What is magic? Yeah, they have to. They say, Kaiser, they say in Buddhism, Zen Buddhism particularly, they say when a student is confused, they are bordering on a cusp of enlightenment. When you don't know what means what, I mean, like, did you even know that you have 160,000 chakras? Did you even know that masturbation is good for you? But not too much. Not in public. So let's go. This is for YouTube, by the way. I'm doing it 6 o'clock tonight, so don't worry. Persons who based OEM. However, today, most people who work professionally in medicine and human sexuality reject this pseudo-scientific pronouncement about the dangers of masturbation. Contemporary experts caution parents about potential harm they can cause by too vigorously trying to stop infants or children from masturbating. So if you're stopping your children from doing it, you're harming them psychologically. Let's go ahead. They point out that interfering with childhood masturbation, other than communicating properly, may actually be interfering with a natural drive that impels children to explore their sexuality. The least that you can do as a parent is to encourage them not to do it in public. So, we're reading from this book here. Stick around, Maurice, there's more. Oh no, there's more. One sex researcher has theorized that masturbation. Is it back? Can somebody please tell me if it's back? What I just had there was a technical problem called connection. Can somebody? Yes, is it back? So what I just had there was a connectivity issue. Unlike you suckers that are using works Wi-Fi, I have to buy data. You know? Because now this is my office, this is my work, right? So if you want to donate to the platform, you can find me on PayPal. My PayPal is linked, by the way, to this platform. So I use MTN. You know, alternatively, this is what you can do so that you can get your money's worth. You know, because these days, because a lot of us are left and brained, we'd like to see things that we pay for. Except the other things like drinking alcohol, you're gonna piss it afterwards. But if you get yourself a book, you writing it in your genes. Your children, 20 generations from you, they would know that what you know today. That's how epigenetics work. So these days you find yourself having to battle to convince somebody to get education than get, you know, because everybody wants to speak about Skomota, bruh. I mean, like, and after that, speaking about Skomota, what is it that we're going to be writing home with? It's fun, yeah, a couple of laughters. Laughter is good for your spiritual enhancement. But where do you get it from? Because you are what you do most of the times. So if you've been joining conversations like this, it's high time now that you understand that you are God. Because you create your reality in that way. Is everything around you fucked up? You know, if it's fucked up, hey man, go to work. Let's go. I had to extend, by the way, I bought another gig. A gig is 12 rands. You see, I'm cheap, eh? By the way, this is a book that you can get for yourself. Dr. Ruth's Encyclopedia of Sex. I'm speaking about masturbation. I had to extend it. Unfortunately, this video is gonna go beyond 45 minutes for the people that are on YouTube. But hey, man, the people on TikTok are keeping me busy here. So we're having fun here. You new on YouTube, follow the brother. You don't like the audio, it's fine. You don't like the visuals, I'll come back so that I can get a proper camera and sound. Hey, love. Oh, is it? Am I back on? Okay, cool. Let's go ahead. Yeah, again, through it. What about it? Just got here. We're reading about Masturbation Africa Rising. We're debunking a couple of myths around masturbation. I'm doing it scientifically. We're also sprinkling a little bit of spirituality on it. Please be mindful that if you're on a spiritual journey, what you're doing is you're sending a message to what they call Kundalini. So you like sending the message to your genes. So what happens is you sending an instruction to your cells. So as a result, your cells are changing. But one of the things that you're going to start feeling when your cells are changing, you're going to have a huge drive of sex. They call it libido. This is because your root chakra is connected to your gonads, your reproductive center, your sex center. It's red in color. So you have to know about these things. Sometimes I know issue of masturbation, a lot of people are still trying to be modest, saying that they don't do it. I know that you do it. We're not there. We're talking about what the science says. So get rid of your guilt of it. We know that you love playing with yourself. You know? Let's read the science. Studies. Through the masturbation, the children learn to respond physiologically as nature intends them to, in preparation for lives as sexually active adults. Masturbation may help to develop the mechanisms later needed for successful responses and performance in a reproductive cycle. So it's more like a test sport, you know. You get your machine and you rev it out. And you just want to test it out as to how it works. So sign up for the class. We're doing it on Monday next week. I'm going to be doing 20 classes. It's 50 Rand a pop, 50 Rand an hour. You send me the money with your number, please, so that I can add you to the WhatsApp. I think I'm going to take as many as like 40 people. We're now on 18 participants, if I recall my numbers correctly. So that is if you don't want to give for free, you know. Studies now report that almost all men and women have masturbated at some point in their lives, and that many masturbate through their life. You in Kenya, Africa Rising, my PayPal. I got a PayPal up there on my TikTok, you know, because we're international now. It's like I knew when I put it. That's how faith works. I've been having that PayPal now for 2 months there, and it's been on zero balance. And it's been on zero, bro. So, hey, Africa Rising, you can do it via that. Or, alternatively, no, I think that's the best one. Because I can convert that PayPal to the Capitec, you know, and that's how they say it works. I'm in Kenya. So I'll sign you up. Send me your numbers, please, via the WhatsApp, because we're going to be doing it on a WhatsApp platform. But you don't have PayPal. How else can you pay? You'll work it out. Send me a WhatsApp and we'll work it out. Bruh. And studies report that many masturbate throughout their lifetime. In the Janus report, a national survey published in the United States in 1993, 55% of the adult men and 35% of the adult women reported that they masturbate on a regular basis. Obviously, women don't do it as much as us, for obvious reasons. You know, you know, ours, I mean, like, it's a rod, bruh. It's just like that. It can be handled, you know, wherever where you are. But with women, it's a bit different. But we all know that women would have loved to do it more, but they do it more. Let's listen up. Furthermore, 66% of the men and 67% of the women said that they agreed or strongly agreed with the statement that masturbation is a natural part of their lives. And it even continues in their marriages. This view was supported by 63% of the Catholics. Furthermore, this view was supported by 67% of the Catholics and 73% of the Jews who responded to the survey. Leading sex surveys have indicated that differences do exist between the sexes when it comes to masturbation. The survey results said that 92% of the male responds that they have masturbated to the orgasm at least once, compared to 58% of the females. Now, this is what men then do. Men tend to take it out. Women tend to stick around with it. Right? So, just to alleviate you with a little bit of guilt, masturbation, it's not as taboo as it has been regarded. The only pitfall that you have to be on a lookout for is if you overdo it, like anything. You know, a woman can do, hey man, hey, Tools, these likes are for you, eh? So, Tools says something very interesting, as we would. Hey, Tools, I'm making this video for the YouTube, you know. I like to keep a certain amount of professionalism. So don't be cracking up my ass like that. So, yeah. So, I'm alleviating you a little bit of guilt. The thing is, don't do it in public if you can help it. Don't let not it abuse you or take you away, you know. Just like anything, it's like if you're having grandpa on a headache, it's good. But if you're having 100 grandpas, that will be your last headache because you're gonna die. So everything, it's all in moderation. The reason why I'm alleviating you of guilt, here's why. The reason why I came on. If you are on a journey of growing, spiritually, religiously, you want to forgive, you want to find yourself, because that's the whole point. But you don't find yourself at church or at the Gobela's house. You find yourself in yourself. That's just where it gets a bit messed up. This is where now you have to start now forgiving yourself, falling in love with yourself, doing those mundane things, you know, remaining positive, taking care of your body. A lot of people that get on a spiritual journey, they tend to go mad with this. You think that spirituality is about you being natural. You don't want to take baths anymore. You want to become a hermit. Spirituality, it's not about that. It's also about taking care of yourself. There's a top-down approach to spirituality and there's a down-up approach. Top-down is when you think you are so enlightened that you can't even live with people. You know, you don't even want to watch TV anymore. You know, you like that, bro. You're like, no, man. You don't even want to drink alcohol anymore. You're now a vegan all of a sudden. All those things help. All those things help. But you have to understand that you're living with people. So the top-down approach of spirituality, you think that you and Jesus are the same. Which, by the way, you are. But then, Carl Jung calls it self-inflated or self-inflation. You now realize that you are God and you think other people are stupid. We all know those chakra hands, you know. Everything, even if you want to have a bra or you want to have sex, they'll tell you, no, man. For you to activate a Muladhara chakra, you're going to have to give me this Kama Sutra position. It's not like that. We all know that you know the Kama Sutras, the Muladhara chakras, the Om, Krishna, Bharivara, whatever. This goes for you Christians as well. We know that you're rocking with Jesus. We know Jesus is your brother. And we got you there, you know. So, these are just my morning videos, which I'm going to send to the YouTube. Today we were talking about masturbation. So, I was wrapping it up to show you on a spiritual side as to how this shit works. There's a seed or there's a fluid that you have inside of yourself. Some people love calling it Kundalini. I think it's the best way to call it. But This energy does not have a name. It's so powerful that it brights, or it sends, or it has so much energy, 900 degrees Fahrenheit. That's like 1,200 degrees Celsius, something like that. This happens to be the measurement of the ultraviolet rays that we get from the sun. You know, the sun can be very hot. The sun pulsates at the 900 degrees Fahrenheit, 1,200 degrees Celsius, something like that. The same force that radiates from the sun, it's that Kundalini force. So if you've been looking into awakening up your Kundalini, you have to be a little bit ready of what the fuck is gonna be happening, right? Open it and link up your bed. No, but MKs are we speaking about now? The classes are starting on Monday, you know. But I think I know a little bit of a thing or two about PayPal as well. Send me a WhatsApp. I know it has something to do with FNB. FNB, it's they hold it. So what happens is, if you want to use a PayPal and you're in Africa or South Africa, First National Bank, they are the placeholder of that. So you have to open up a Forex account with them. You know, so if you're struggling with that, I can give you a thing or two. So the what happens with this Kundalini force, it has something to do with, or a lot to do with your sexual activity. Too much sex, when you spill your seed, you curtailing the whole process. So if you go celibate, this process becomes like that's the best that I can explain it, right? Especially for people that have been doing semen retention, or people that have been going celibate, or for people that have not ever had sex. You are regarded as pure, not necessarily because you clean. You are regarded as pure because your energies are still intact. Your feminine and your masculine is still intact. So you're not pure in a sense of you going to heaven. Heaven is in you. You know. So if you having a bit of problems with that, you know, and for Christians that have been told to be on a lookout for people that are blaspheming, here's the biggest blasphemy. When you go to the book of John, Apostle John 10:34, and when you go to Psalms 85, I think it's verse 14, when you go to Galatians as well, when you go to the book of Matthew as well, there's a very underlying, look me up, bro, there's a very underlying thin line that says, God is in you. Hey, look me up, bro. Or should I hook you up? Or look me up. I've been celibate for, what does that mean? Hey, for 7 years, you've probably been seeing ghosts, you know? You're like, things will be passing like, I'm saying you've probably been seeing ghosts because the moment when you contain that energy, you start playing in a twilight zone. What's a twilight zone? What are those scriptures again? John 10:34, Psalms 85, Matthew 7. You can also check a bit of Mark and John. But the one that I'm talking about is John 10, verse 34. It says, this is where Jesus was having a conversation with his disciples. You know, he'll be like, hey, bros, actually, kashle what's happening? Because I've done all these great works. For which one are you stoning me for? Because they were actually taking out his ass. You know. So they say to him, no, for all those great works, we don't stone you, or we don't want to kill you for all those great works. We kill you for you saying that you are God. How can you be God, yet you are born of a mortal? You know. It said something like that. I don't know. Let's just see. I want to start dating. Brenda. Here's another thing as well. Why I don't like sharing such information here. The time of prophecy is gone. Time of people being prayed for, it's gone. You know, if you want a prophetic, or if you want a prayer that was gonna change your life, look at your heart. That's where God speaks to you. If you have not been brought under the Bible belt, and you want to speak to your ancestors, the bestest way to speak to your ancestors is through your heart. You can try another form, you know. The bestest way for you to be enlightened is through your heart. No guru. And we all know what happens in a guru land. You know, like this thing of following. When you follow a person, they're going to charge you for their services. Why do you think I charge people? Because I want to discourage people from following me. You know, I be like, hey, Tima. Like, because the thing is, when we do these platforms here on this channel, I mean, like, look at me and think of following me. You don't have a luck for man. No one is approaching me unless it's a cycle. Hey, Macombs. Hey, I don't know. I will just give you a few books that you can read. Read psychoanalyst. Read a little bit of psychology. I have a book here I bought last week. If I can take it out. Oh no, Kevin can't fall. I have to go get Kevin. Hold on. Kevin. By the way, this is my birthday card. My children got it together for me, you know. You should just read the English that's in there. You know, yeah. Especially this one here. It's just amazing, man. So, you're gonna have to read a little bit of psychology. I find this being the best book, but for me, psychologically, you know, clinical psychology, concepts, methods, and profession. This is a book by E. Jerry Ferris or Freres. Clinical Psychology, Concepts, Methods, and Profession by E. Jerry Ferris. Or nake Mosotho tse phela, o ska utlantse ke bua Sekgowa. Sure, no, I know my stuff. I don't. You know. So yeah, let's get to it. So if you feel like you as a psychosis, or you got a bit of neurosis or neurotic, or you feel like you repelling people, all that could be happening is the energy that you are sending out, it's attracting the people that are coming to you. And believe it or not, the energy that you broadcast to your existence through the universe, it's through your heart. In this book, they tell you that the heart can send energy around about like 12 feet. This is now 1,000 times more than what the brain can do. The brain can send the energy according to neuroscience, but it's the heart that runs the show. There's a book in a Bible, I think it's the book of Proverbs, that says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. It also says, as the man thinketh in his heart, so is he. That was not a typo. That was not a typo mistake. As the man thinketh in his heart, so is he. What does that mean? The heart is your first brain. Let that one sink in quickly. You know. So for you people that came to get the information for free here, the least that you can do is to follow the brother on TikTok. That sounded like a threat, ne? Yeah, so do that. Let me get back then to what I was getting to about the Kundalini and the sexual energy. So now this Kundalini force, it's the power of the sun. Now, this energy tends to go up the more you don't play around with yourself. The more you don't squander the seed. Understand something that according to physiology, your body has the gonads. These are the sexual organs. They're not only meant to reproduce. They're not meant only to spew out. They are also meant to spew within. This is more like, it might sound a bit nasty, but this is more like you having sex with yourself. I want to deal with such concepts, but now, you know, not everybody is actually quite ready for such. You know, they'll be like, oh, bruh, oh, that's taking it too far now. You know, so if you want to hear more about these, all the ways are really into the classes that we're starting on Monday. Is this Kundalini energy force the same for man and woman? Yeah, it's the same shit. It's just that in women it's much more prevalent than in men because everybody here is a woman. When a baby gets born, it takes around about like 3 months. Or when the baby is in a process of conception, it takes around about like 3 months for the sex of the baby to be visibly pronounced. Before then, all of us are women. Mitochondrial DNA. We deal with those in the class because this might be a little bit destabilizing, particularly for somebody that just learned about the chakras. Because now you just learned about the chakras, you didn't even know. And now these people are speaking about Kundalini. Oh my word, when is it going to stop? Because this information can come in like that. It can be like... So I normally encourage people to take it nice and easy. Don't rush to do a lot of things at once. Now people speaking about meditation, you want to do meditation. Now people speak about yoga, you want to do the yoga. Now people are speaking about the incense, you want to do incense. People are talking about cleaning up the chakras, you also now want to clean up your chakras. People are talking about meditating for 3 hours, you also want to meditate for 3 hours. So you somehow going to always be caught in all the extremes. Some people are going to say you have to be a vegetarian for you to be awakened. And somebody's going to be saying meat is bad for you. You're like, oh my God. So if you knew on that journey and you really want to get your shit together, start doing a lot of reading, you know, because you're somehow going to have to get the information yourself. That's where the trick is. Hear me out on this. You're somehow going to have to start getting the information yourself. That's where the trick is. But in case you don't have time to get your own information and you want to decide who you want to support or who you want to listen or what you want to do, the bestest place to check is the heart. The heart will tell you. The heart will be like, I just don't know about him. He actually even looks drunk or he looks high. You know, and he swears a lot, but I just like being here. That is now not you deciding. I speak a lot about that on the video that I did yesterday. I speak about morale. How is it that morals can hold you back? Like sex before marriage, drinking, smoking, doing whatever that you're doing. If it makes you feel guilty, it's probably not good for you. Because guilt is one of the emotions that religions use. In case you're not aware. You know? So what happens is the moment when you become celibate, this energy then pumps up and it comes up and it now before it gets here, it has to go through certain energy stops. Take chakras like your ESCO, exactly the same. Depending on the infrastructure of your ESCOM, in your body you have, they say 6 or 7 main chakras, but holistically you have around about like 160,000 chakras. What's ESCOM? Hey man, hey Africa Rising, you don't coming up with such jokes. Yeah. Oh yeah. You're not in South Africa, right? What you rocking up? Who's generating your power there? Oh, ESCOM is a power generating facility for us. Oh yeah. I forgot that we're international, bro. Oh, for you it's K. Oh yeah, okay, KPLC. All right, no, cool. So yeah, I'll carry on. So what happens is you got your first ESCOM in your body. They call it the Muladhara. This is your red chakra, your first chakra. This is where all your sexual stuff happens. But besides it being your sexual center, it's also about your safety center. How safe are you in your own skin? You know, when you're about to have sex, do you do it with the lights off? You know, you be like, hey man, or do you do it with the lights on? Believe it or not, that has a lot to do with your confidence. When people speak about sex, how does it make you feel? Let me grab it. You're grabbing up a chair to come and stick around. Yeah, come on, let's break it down. But now you find us late because I'm going for 90 minutes now. We started speaking about masturbation. The process of yanking yourself. So then when this chakra then comes about, the root chakra, that's what I'm dealing up with the classes that I'm starting on Monday. We're dealing about the chakras, but on a very fundamental, highly level. Right? So now your Muladhara, the red chakra in color, it's where they normally say there's a serpent that is coiled 3.5 times, right? All that it means, it's a myth of Jesus being dead for 3 days, coming up in, you know. So if you're still too much deep into religion, I might disturb you a little bit, you know. But I'm not that bad after all because, you know, my intentions are good. You know. So if you're new here, you can follow the brother, you can like the page. The nice thing is you don't have to believe anything that I'm talking about. I'm not selling any form of religion, nor any form of belief. If you are a witch, if you are a crystal person, if you're my enemy, if you're my friend, if you want to give me money, I'm going to be honest with you though, unlike the churches, I'm not going to say I'm going to send your money to God. I'm going to eat it. But mainly I use it to buy the airtimes and all the shit. Santana Dharma. Take me on the side. Take me on the side with that, because there's somebody that I've always wanted to ask something. I've lately been studying Bhakti Yoga. Where's my book? I've lately been studying Bhakti Yoga. Oh, I want you, you're not here. Oh yeah, here's it. You know, it's a good book, this one here. Easy Journey to Other Planets. This is more about Bhakti Yoga. But I've also been doing a little bit of Hatha Yoga. So, you know, I've not that much been dry. So, take me on the side about that, Faltain. I'm not selling any form of religion, not any other form of belief. I'm just sharing out books. I'm that guy that your pastor said that you should not listen to. You know? And if you want books, we have a WhatsApp group where we're sharing our books, because most of the things that we talk about here, there's documents that are backing it up. It's not really like me trying to get you to say, fuck you, pastor, or fuck you, bishop, or for you to leave the church. It's not my intention at all. My intention, if I have any, is to make you aware that you are the temple. So, back to the whole thing of the Muladhara. Now, the root chakra, which is something to do with the gonas, if you feel safe in your skin, your sexuality will be liberated. Liberated doesn't mean like you have to go around swinging it everywhere. Or you have to go around giving a lot of peace jobs to a lot of people. It doesn't encourage promiscuity, but it encourages you to be at peace with yourself. What is peace with yourself? Being harmony, balancing your masculine with your feminine. That's how you start working on your root chakra. And you do it with a lot of things. Like, one of the things is falling in love with color red. How do you get more to read all those books? These are, how many hours do you read? How many hours? I don't know. Don't take me there. But I watch a lot of movies as well. Spend a lot of time with the family as well. Those that I have access to. And yeah. Oh, here's the thing about books, Ndlela, ne? You're going to have to get to a certain stage whereby the best book that you have to read is yourself. It happens. It gets to that stage where you're like, okay, what is this book that they call myself is all about? Then now you start getting to study a little bit about anatomy and physiology. Then you stumble across the study of histology. I'm getting longer than I'm supposed to be. Oh yeah, here's it. Another book fell at the back. Oh shit. Which one? Yeah, Kevin. You want Kevin to say some? Basic histology. This is when you find out you have the cells, you have the genes, and the genes have information. What information? You have information that has been in existence even before you. Good book for witches, or maybe that was my answer. The book for witches. Before I can continue, the best book for witches. Which one, man? Oh, by the way, all the Grimoires or the book of spells, they're no longer in use. The latest magic now is the mind. The best spells is the ones that you come up with yourself. If you are into rituals and you're doing your incantations and whatever, the reason why all these books are now available is because they're no longer carrying that much potency. Look at Christians now looking at me thinking that I belonged to them. They were like, ooh, you also read those. You know, I say that because behind the masks of all these religions, cults, societies, whatever that you are in, everybody's going towards the same thing. So you Christians, God does not only belong to you. I know you feel like that sometimes. You're like, hey, bruh. This God here is ours and ours alone. No. So I was not about that though. I was coming back to this thing of the chakras. So if you love what I'm talking about and you feel like, go shapile ka hari, you know, shape ka hari as well, man. Do the right thing. Sign up for the class. We're starting on Monday. But if you just want to give me money, Jay, because you just love me, Jay. March. The retreat is in March. See yourself. See for yourself. Thank you. My wife hates this top, by the way. I'll show you why. You know, but let me not. Let me get back to the whole story. So you can sign up for the class. It's 50 Rand a class. I'm going to be delivering 20 classes. It will set you back 1,000. I'm going to be doing it over 2-3 months. We're building up to the retreat. If you want to test me out and you're still not sure, because you'll be like, ooh, you people. Pay for one class. That will set you back $50. Monday evening, I'm still going to communicate the time. So if you pay, let me know. Send me your numbers. I'll put you in a WhatsApp group. It's going to be a success. Hey, bruh, it's going down. Hey, it's going down like a motherfucker, man. You know? So sign up for the class. You can gift on or off the platform. It really doesn't matter. On or off the platform. It really doesn't matter. Not set me back, but acquire new knowledge. I'm stealing that. That I'm gonna use. I hope it's not trademarked. Because the reason is Africa Rising. You find yourself having to convince people, and it's very tiring. You know? It's such a bore. But I know who to blame. You know these new ages that have been selling up their meditation packages and yoga packages and selling people sea mosses, and you're probably one of them, you know. And the thing is, the number one disclaimer that I say all the time, I have my issues that I'm dealing with. I will not encourage anybody to even believe or follow the way or things that I say half a time or all the time. What I'm trying to show all the people that are in existence is the more and more you get to know your ass, it's the more and more you'll understand that anything that happens around you, it's a mess because of you. So your liberation, it's not in crystals. Your liberation, it's not in candles. Your liberation, it's not on TikTok. Your liberation, it's not in buildings. Those are supporting acts, you know. Just now, you think that your chakras, your crystals heal you, and one day you forget your crystals at home and you feel like your world is over. And you're like, oh my word, I'm gonna have a bad day. If you like that, you've just got into a religion of crystals. You escaped Christianity, right? And you jump out of Christianity, you jump into another religion. They call it crystals. Okay, that's not enough. Let's take it further. You start now hearing about Kundalini, and all that you do, it's about Kundalini, and you're missing the point. You jumped from Buddhism into chakrism, or what do they call it? And now, the thing is, what you need to do is you need to play around with these things. Because at the end of the day, all is fun. Some are powerful than others, though. But they are all proponents or offshoots of your thoughts. So, if you don't squander too much of your sexual seed, and you observe a lot of red, and you accept yourself more, because that's what the root chakra is all about. That's why I started speaking about masturbation sex. What you do is, when you start conserving your sexual fluids, you start regenerating them inside of yourself. They literally affect your state of being. It's just like fasting. When you fast, it's a very important technology. Oh my word, I can't even begin. But at the same time, it's very painful. What you do is, when you're doing that sexual or semen retention, this is what you do. You take that energy, then you can be able to propel it wherever way you want to take it. Because we are bipedal being, meaning we walk with our 2 feet. This energy, the way how it's structured vertically. The energy moves like this. They call it the Torah. It doesn't move like this. It's like, there's a lot of people that have been stuck with their lower dantian, according to Chinese medicine. Lower dantian is your lower self. There's a lot of people that have been stuck at their lower self, and now they've been meditating for 7 years, and they're like, I just cannot get it right. Self-forgiveness. We teach such things in that class that we're going to be starting. I don't have modules. I don't have books that I can share you to say, oh, books I have. I don't have like these professional projectors to show you about the class as to how it's going to work. But join in Monday evening. I'm going to be doing it live on YouTube, on close-circuited WhatsApp group. Everybody's going to be there, Come with your best outfit. So it's $50. We also going to be speaking a lot about the retreat in it, and the same Kundalini energies, the yin and the yang, chakras. We're doing it at Monday evening, Faltane. But obviously we will see, in a sense of, if you're having a load shedding or you're having some connectivity issue, because then I'm going to be controlled mainly by that. How do you catch up? You catch up by, we'll talk about that. Send me a message on a site so that we can break it down. My numbers are right here on the platform, by the way. I also use it also for receiving the gifts. Don't be stingy, people. Come on. This is my hustle and my side hustle. At least I'm telling you straight. And I'm not taking your money to God or anything. I'm going to eat it. I'm going to use it. So don't be sending it and following it up and be like, oh, but we thought, I'm not sending it to any God, it's the money issue. It's like that. You just never finish talking about it because it's very sensitive. A lot of people have been taken for a ride, and I know. And here I am again. Let your heart decide. So we're speaking about that in there. If you want to join, if you want to catch up on the materials that we're talking about, it will be very, very advisable to join in the WhatsApp group. Not for the numbers per se, we don't actually give a heck about that. But we share the whole lot amount of books that I speak about on platforms. You will know, or you will realize that you might be part of two groups. Those two groups, they were created because the one is where we're doing our classes. We're starting on Monday. The other one is where we're sharing all these other things, right? Oh yeah, there's a YouTube as well. Don't mind the aesthetics. My videos look exactly the same. I do it here on TikTok. I put them on YouTube. So if you want proper lighting and aesthetics, somebody with a 3-piece suit, I don't do that. You know? So do that for yourself. Or the retreat is coming in March. It's for 2 nights this time. Not 1 night, 2 nights. We're going to be hiking to Leribe, Morelenting, or where the retreat is. It's like 4 or 5 kilometers. You can see the Leribe border. The last time we only did it in a country, but this time we're going to be skipping the country. Never mind, no passports required. That is part of the memorandum of understanding with the people that we're going to be staying at. You know? And yeah, it's like around about like 8 hours worth of hiking. So if you're into hiking, join in. It's gonna be pricey, of course. You know, for you stingy people that are here, even on YouTube, but I know you guys are not stingy like that. Our events are zero-based or zero-budgeted events. Whatever that you spend, we're taking it straight to the event. So yeah, done with that. Closing it up. See you guys at 6 o'clock. We're still going ahead with the God concept. We are on some mission of God is a woman and she's black, blue, or green, or better yet, pink. It's a very far-fetched statement. That's why you're going to need to join me. And we've taken that bold task. See you guys later on. This is so long for the YouTube. People are going to be like, oh my gosh.